Hope you are ready for this one. Garden fresh salads. Oh, welcome to V's Cooking with Love channel. I probably should be calling it more like fresh out of my garden. I want to share with you today the fruit of my garden. And it is so easy to whip something up when you have something this close and make these delicious recipes because they are tasting better because they include things that you have grown. Oh, I hope you are growing something and waiting for it with the anticipation for that little fruit to be ready to be eaten. So instead of just cooking today, I am inviting you today instead to let's take a walk in my garden. We are in this beautiful sunshine state and look at those skies. They are just heavenly blue. And we can grow here so many different things, and we can grow things all year round. We are truly blessed. At my entrance, I couldn't help myself, but I had to throw in some morning glory. Yes, it's called morning glory because it blooms in the morning. Later, those flowers, they close off, so you have to come in and check them out early in the morning. I love to come and just stroll around the garden just to make sure that everything is doing well, that I don't have any kind of pests because they can show up quick and they can do a lot of damage. So it is very important to do that. We had to move my garden from a different location, so I'm hoping to expand soon a little bit more and get some more elbow room for all the goodies that I have all these seeds still for. I'm taking you for a little walk to check out my cucumbers. They are everywhere and flowers are everywhere, and bees are working hard to make sure that those flowers, they turn into these beautiful fruits. And I cannot wait to eat some more. We have been picking them already and they are humongous. I didn't expect that they would be this big. The leaves are humongous. I just hope they're going to be still doing this well because our 90s are kicking in already, and I'm talking 90 degrees Fahrenheit. So it is getting hot, and those cucumbers, they don't like too much of a heat. But we already have been picking them pretty good, and I'm hoping they will hang in there for me. I planted them in 2 bunches. This is one bunch that I planted a little bit earlier, and I have another one that it's a little bit younger because I wanted to spread them apart a little bit. You see, you have to kind of lift these leaves to find them because they are quite well hidden under these humongous leaves too. So we have been putting them in the salad. We have been making just a cucumber salad, and I'm hoping that maybe I'll just even marinate some, pickled some. It would be nice to have my own ones because last time I pickled them, it was many decades ago when I was still on the other continent. These are zucchinis. Those flowers, they also like to be open in the morning, and they're already closing up. And yeah, the fruit is there too. You see, this is the little one. I'm gonna show you another clip that I took, and it was 2 days later, maybe 3 days later, and you will not believe the difference. Look how little that zucchini is. This was about 2-3 inches, I want to say. Look at it now. That's how fast things, they grow. Every day you come in here and there is something new. Every day things, they get so much bigger, and it's hard to believe from little seeds what you get. Yep. Hello, Squatchy. This is one of our cats. He's actually quite puffy in the wintertime. Now he's losing his hair because it's hot already. And he likes to chill around the garden because when the soil gets wet, it stays cooler. And he likes to chill out outside. He comes in the house and just eats and goes outside again. And you see all that wall on the left, that's tomatoes. I planted them also in a couple different areas. One of them are younger, one of them are older. And I have 3 different varieties here. but I'll walk you through tomatoes themselves just so you can see how well they are doing. There's so much of fruit. I cannot wait. I planted, of course, some flowers to attract some good bugs, and this is my younger tomatoes. They are all just blooming here. They are just starting to have the fruit. Some cabbage that I like, and I have some Everglades tomatoes. We have some San Marzano tomatoes that I cannot wait to make some sauce, and beefsteak tomatoes as well. And also I have some free gift. This one just popped up, so I left it, and it's growing here. We have flowers. I think I have like 5 of them that they just showed up, and I just left them where they were. Another one ended up in my arugula, and you see it already has fruits. I have some Swiss charts. Oh yes, that's right. I was going to show you this little surprise. We have some birdie nest going. Yep. And they are growing very fast, and give them another 2-3 days and they were gone. I went back trying to see how much bigger they were, and they were already gone. Oh, and this is something, ouch. First time I'm growing eggplant. I love the flowers, how they look. I'm chasing this bumblebee to show you how busy they are here and how well we are doing with all the fruits, because they are being pollinated so well. You see, hard working. Everybody is working hard in my garden. I really, really appreciate it. It's hard to believe that eggplant is such a tiny seed, because it's the size of grounded pepper, and it has these beautiful flowers too. They are not too fancy, but they are gorgeous in their own way, and there is so many of them all over the place, and the leaves are humongous, and we have so many fruits already. I cannot believe how well my eggplant is doing. Like I said, I have never grown one before. I planted 6 plants here, and I am quite pleased. I really highly recommend, if you trying to grow something, I think it's one of the easiest plants to grow. Look at it. It's probably halfway grown. I planted it in the greenhouse first to make sure we didn't get any sporadic frost, because sometimes we pop up with something out there. And I planted those plants. They were about 4 or 5 inches maybe, and this was in March when I planted them, and here they are already. We are looking at a couple months away, and this is what you get. Gorgeous flowers everywhere and fruits everywhere. They are just dingling and growing, and every day, I mean really every day, they get bigger. I am truly amazed. God really added his green thumb in here, because like I said, I didn't know how to really even grow them. I just kind of educated myself here and there, and here you have these beautiful fruits that I cannot wait to make some sauce with and enjoy them with my fresh tomatoes. So you see, here you have the eggplants. I know I'm just showing you because I just can't get enough. It's one of those plants that I run in the morning for, and my tomatoes too, just to see how everything is going. And you see, those flowers are really beautiful, aren't they? They are just such a simple in their own way, and so elegant in another way. Oh yes, and I have my little helper here. Cece has been brought to us by our neighbor here. They thought it was my cat, but no, she wasn't. But guess what? She never left. And she's another one that likes to stay outside too, comes inside when she feels like it. And whenever I come outside, she's of course with me, glued right next to my side, and we just check things out in the garden together. and she was actually pregnant. Turned out that she was pregnant. She's a quiet talker. And we actually had an emergency with her because she was such a tiny little kitten that she couldn't give a birth to one of the kittens and end up having a surgery because of it. But thank God she survived, and she's thriving with us like nothing happened, and her babies too. So yes, these are my eggplants, and I will be maybe even updating you on those too. And oh, Sasquatch came to check things out too. And you see, these are my tomatoes here. These are beefsteak tomatoes. Supposedly they don't do that well in Florida from what I read, but I planted them anyway. I grew them already before, and depends on the year, but I had some success with them too. So I wanted to have some of those too, and I have quite a few plants here that they are San Maranzano tomatoes, and I hope you can see all that fruit. There's so many of them that I don't even dare to count. And I cannot wait to make all that spaghetti sauce and all sorts of tomato dishes. Eat them fresh off the plant, and you see so many flowers are still coming up. And the taste of the tomato that you grow yourself, I know many of you know, it's not the store tomato that you get. These are just grown so fast, and they just don't have that flavor of that tomato, and these are just so much better that you can eat them by themselves from the bush. I also planted these Everglades tomatoes that they do quite well in Florida. These are the little tomatoes, and I cannot wait to put those in my salad and again eat them by themselves or just add it as a side dishes to different stuff. There is so many of them that I cannot wait when they turning red so you can see them better because they are hard to see. They are way smaller. My arugula already is going into bloom. We're gonna have some seeds, and you see this is one of the free tomato, and with those couple tomatoes on the bush, they are growing quite fast too, and that was a freebie. Oh, that's right, I can share with you something. This was my surprise Mother's Day present that my daughter and her husband blessed me with. So I'm gonna have my work a little bit easier here, and I know I'll enjoy my free bench, or if you flip it upside down, it can be quite good for your down level work as a kneeler, and I know I'll get some use out of it, that's for sure. So thank you so much, and my other gifts that I received too. And yeah, these are the San Maranzano tomatoes. I want to give you a bigger close-up. They are just less seedy, and that's why they are recommended to make sauce out of. And those branches are so thick, and those tomatoes are getting so big, and I cannot wait to taste them. I wish I could share some of those with you. I know I will with my daughters and their families, so I hope they're gonna enjoy them too. And yep, I can't wait when they are going to be reddish, and we will be picking them up. If you have any good recipes, if you want to share them with me, let me know. I would love to hear from you. Give me some tips, and I'll explore those recipes too. I have some of mine I'll be sharing, but I would love to hear from you too. And you see, I mean, there is so many of them. Oh, I want to show you something. I hope you can see it. You see it? This guy is lucky he's got his tail, because most of them on my property, they lost their tails because my cats are playing with them too hard. So they are growing them back, and the cats, they'll play with those all over again. Isn't he cute? Looks like a little alligator, doesn't it? And you see all this fruit. It's a jungle. It's a tomato jungle here. I wish you could see them in real life. They are about 4 feet high, these tomato bushes, and they really I almost never seen that many fruits. It's been really amazing. I don't know if you can help me over here. I have this plant that was in the middle of my garden, and I saw it. It was some kind of viney beanie thingy, I thought. So I planted in the corner, and it has seeds that they look like buckwheat seeds. And I don't know what it is. Did you ever seen anything like that? If you want to let me know. Oh, this is my smaller cabbage. There's another little tomato here. And I also tracked down some Egyptian spinach. I don't know if you heard about that. It doesn't taste really like a spinach, but it's used in a lot of different recipes. And it's doing quite well. It likes the tropical weather. So it is doing quite well. It's already about 3 feet high, I want to say. And it's got a lot of leaves. You can even make tea out of it. So I am already enjoying some tea tonight out of this. And I'm looking forward to the seed season. When it's there, I'll be picking my own seeds. And you can make tea out of the seeds too. So you see, it's kind of, it just, I hope maybe you're gonna try that too. This is my first year of growing, and I'm really enjoying this guy. You see those little green pieces? That's parsley. I planted my leftover parsnip root, and this is basil, and I have some cosmo plants growing here on the side to the right too, and they are all just chilling, growing, and doing their work. I cannot wait for that cosmos to bloom. Those flowers, they will be really bringing some happy bees to my garden. I have different lettuce, and I planted them also in a different timing because I'm trying to kind of stretch them around. This is scallions that I planted leftovers from the store, and they are growing here all over again and producing some more scallions for me. I actually picked them quite a bit, so there isn't much here. There's more basil here. But yes, the scallions I have been enjoying in my salad. This is a salad seeds that I'm picking already. I picked some already earlier, and they are drying in my shed. And there is more salad. Yes, I love my salad. We've been making salad every day. I just go to the garden and pick what it looks good, and with all these different colors and all these different textures. And like I said, the arugula that I have, arugula, I want to say, you have to try it if you're not growing. It's one of the easiest things that grows. It's the fastest, and it grows like a weed. And I just combine all these different colors and make a salad out of it, and that's what we are going to be making. At the end of the video, I'll show you what I did out of all these ingredients here. So I'm not just only giving you a tour here of my garden, but I'll give you a couple tips. This is a wild grown morning glory because it looks like a morning glory, so it's probably called morning glory still. But this one was the wild one, and I just didn't feel like I wanted to rip it out, and I'm letting it grow up. This is kale that also had some free tomato. So I left the free tomato again and let it be. And kale is doing really good. I don't know if you try to make kale chips. They are delicious. And they are so easy to make because just some salt will do it. Or if you want to spice it up with some cayenne pepper and paprika, go for it. This is Swiss chard. And there's that tomato in my arugula. I keep coming back to. So you see, you can just go into your garden and you can come up with some kind of dish just like that. And I love having arugula in the salad. Those leaves, they have so much flavor that it really brings up a salad to a different level. I come in the garden in the morning and just sometimes pick some leaves and just eat them like that by themselves. Yes, the Swiss chard and kale are doing really good too. I've been picking those quite a bit too, so if I didn't, there would be so much more. But I'm telling you, every day I have been making a salad for myself and my husband out of all these greeneries. And this is some peppers. I have some multicolored peppers and I have some red peppers. And like I said, they blessed me with another free tomato, so I just kind of left it and let them be. I was going to transplant it because it was far enough, but I didn't get to it early enough. Oh, you see, this is some flowers and already tiny little fruit we have here on my pepper. I can't wait to see what color, because I'm hoping for some yellow ones too. And the peppers are doing really good too. Yes, I even have some tropical trees. I even have some apple tree, and this is my orange tree. I have some lemons. Yep, that's my lemons over here. I have a couple of those. And they're doing really good too. I even planted avocado from the seed. You can grow those very easy too. And I think I have 4 avocados trees. I don't think this is even the biggest one. This one, it's only like a year old, and you would be surprised how easy that is to grow. And this is actually tangerine. My husband brought some tangerines from some folks one day, and we enjoyed the tangerines, and they are growing now in my pot. And strawberries are just a young bushes this year, but we already had quite a few strawberries. I want to say they are winding down. I have a small strawberry patch, and like I said, these are quite young, so they will get bigger and my fruit will get bigger. But look at these beautiful flowers. I just love to watch them grow because they grow so fast too. And I did plant some carrots. These are 2 different carrots. My radish is there on the left, and you see these are my strawberry here. And like I said, next year they will be, wow, they will be twice as big, because these are new bushes this year. And the carrots are doing really good. I'm hoping for some carrots too. This is a batch of the younger cucumbers, and some zucchini there, and you see my tomatoes all the way in the back there. And I planted some fresh arugula because I wanted to spread it a little bit more in my salad. I hope it will do okay, because our temperatures are going up. And I did plant some watermelons still too, and some extra different lettuce too. Oh, you see there's a little guy coming up here. Yep, you can see it. And these came up already. I just planted them a few days ago, and they are doing really, really good too. So I will be updating you on that. And our property has a lot of blackberries. Those are just wild blackberries, and they are doing so good over here. We are being strategic, so I left some of them in certain areas, and I'm letting them grow. And last year we had a tremendous amount of fruits. This year I don't think they're going to be as big. This spring has been a little bit more dry for us, so there probably will be a little bit smaller. But last year we were really blessed. And you see, even in a container you can grow so much. This is my thyme over here. I had some basil there. This is a holy basil that I have too. And you can grow things in the containers. There's some chives here. There's another parsnip that is really doing good over here too. And it's blooming. I left it for a blooming so I can pick some fruits too. And like I said, you can grow things in the little containers, and that will bring you a lot of joy to have that little bit of a lettuce. It doesn't take a lot of room, and it will produce over and over. Try it. I think it's something we don't enjoy the nature enough. And it's nice to slow down. And you see, this is my mint over here in the container too. And kind of enjoy the nature and show your kids where food comes from. My blueberries, they have been picked quite a bit already too. And we will be doing some more picking. There's another strawberry over here that I left some strawberries in between too. And I'm telling you, you get so much satisfaction, and the food tastes so much better. And you can just go out and pick a little bit of something to munch on here and there every single day. It's just something amazing. Yes, my birds, they enjoy my feeders. I fill them up every day to make sure that my squirrel doesn't enjoy my seeds too much. And you see, you want to keep some water in the area because they will come in and they will take baths and they will entertain you. We have a lot of cardinals here. We have a lot of woodpeckers here, different kind of finch. and you can hear them chirping and you can enjoy all this. It is really, really beautiful. Every day there's so much action. I even have feeders for my hummingbirds, and they come to my window and I sit, and they just come over and over and over nonstop. It seems like it. They are coming for that food, and that food, it's so easy to make it. You don't even have to buy it. It's only water and sugar. You put quarter amount of sugar to the amount of water, and I cook the water to make sure that it stays fresher. This is my dill and sage, and I have more of dill and sage in my garden too. These are just really handy. When I run out to the front of the house, I have my beautiful flowers in the garden. I have some lilies, different kind of colors. They are yellow too. And I have the white lilies, but I also have my herbs handy right here, so I can just run out and grab what I need and go back to my cooking. You see the lilies are really in their prime right now. My rose is already winding down for a while. It will come back. It seems like it comes in bunches. So the rose is already over blooming here. And you see this is my other lily. I have few of those too. Aren't they gorgeous? Just a pure, beautiful white. And there's another spruce of color in the garden. And I have so many agavas too. I had a couple of agavas that I purchased, and now I have babies all over the place. And look, all that happy colors everywhere. I just throw in a bunch of different flowers here just so they can bloom in different time of the year, and I can enjoy all that bloom and enjoy the view when you come to the front. And I want to show you here, there's another, I call this my Pisa tower. Oh goodness. And it's just holding my water for the birds, because I have plenty water for them all over the place to make sure that they get that, because like I said, we're getting so hot already. My mimosa trees, they have few of those on the property. They smell so good too. Oh my gosh, I love those. They are one of the first blooms. And hummingbirds, they love these too. So you're going to see those all over the place coming to get their nectar. And there's so many more still to come. You see all these little buds? Look at this. They are all over this tree. And the tree has this beautiful, like a romantic, whimsical something ring about it, doesn't it? And they are just growing quite big. I planted few of those on my property so I can enjoy it. And here's my jasmine. And when I come to my chickens, because that's what they have, they're enjoying my jasmine over here. It is grown so high, and it's blooming right now, and the smell is incredible. And it's got even entwined in my this is the wild cherry tree here, that is growing all over the place in this jasmine. And since we are here in chicken world, let's say hi to my Bellas. They all look pretty much the same, but one has a little bit different coloring. It's a little bit whiter. I'm very happy with them. They are, oh, there she is. This is the lighter color one. Everybody else is a Bella, because we can't tell them apart. They are identical. And they are such a good egg layers. I've shown you this already on one of my videos. They always lay in one bin. This is their nesting batch that they always lay in. That's all. Oh, we are up to 6 today, working on the 7th. Sorry, I interrupted. Okay, I'm closing it down. Let's work on that number 7 here. we disturbed the chickens. But they are really, really good chickens. I'm really happy with them. Guess what this is? This is wild grapes. There is so many of them everywhere here. I don't know if folks in Florida, they even realize how many of them they are just growing wild. And they are really good for you because they have seeds. You cannot find a grape seeds now. They have seeds in them with them. The seeds, they are actually good for you. So I hope that I can snatch some of those before the birds will, and my squirrels, because they will be enjoying those too, because I have quite a few vines on the property. I planted even strategically some, So I hope I'll get a hold of those. And I even have some little whimsical little gardens here, and I just let the nature be, and let God sow wherever what He feels like it, and let it be. Isn't this cute? I know, I've got all sorts of DIY projects on this property. I don't know if you noticed, but most of things are DIY. Okay, this is today's temperature. It's not even really noon yet. And we are already looking at over 90 degrees, and that's about 30 some Celsius as well. We are heating up. So the temperature goes up here really fast when it gets warming. And you see, this is the fruit of our garden for today. This is what I brought in. We have a couple cucumbers, some arugula, different lettuce. This is the arugula leaves. And I'm telling you, you have to try it. Very, very, very good. I just grow arugula now pretty much nonstop. And it does very well also even in the winter here. I had some growing in the winter, some in the greenhouse, and some strawberries I brought in here. And you see different colors of these lettuce leaves. They are just, they look so pretty, and they taste delicious because they do have more flavor. There's nothing better than your own grown things. If you can grow something, like I said, in a container, I highly recommend it. If you don't have a big property, and even on a small piece of property somewhere in the corner. Oh yes, I know, my blessing of the day. This is just for now. There will be more eggs. This is not all. And I brought some kale, some chips I'll be making later too. I really, really enjoy those chips out of kale. And there is so many different dishes that you can add this to. But for now, I'm just making some chips, and I will enjoy those too. Just a little bit of some kind of oil. I use normally olive oil, and different whatever spices you feel like it. If you want them little hot, little cayenne pepper and some salt, and that will do. So here you have our future salad that I'll be making out of all that greenery. And if you wanted to, you can even add an egg to it, just some boiled egg for an extra protein. Depends what you're serving this with. And I really like egg in the salad too. So I do that a lot. Not always, but a lot, because we do have quite a bit of few eggs. Such a blessing. And every day we get close to 20 eggs because we have about 20 hens. So like I said, those are not all eggs yet. And I will add some young kale leaves to the salad too. And we'll be enjoying all that stuff. These fresh cucumbers, you have to try them to know what I'm talking about, because they are, again, so delicious. And kale, I highly recommend it. It is very easy to grow as well. And it grows in such an abundance. And you see, this is one of the Cece's babies, Rosie. She is intrigued by what I brought in from the garden, and there's nothing that she will like to eat here. Mommy, you need to fix this. This is more like it, because this is actually albacore, or you can use wild tunas. They have less mercury, supposedly. I found that out. And you see, we have my own scallions here, just some lettuce. I actually used yogurt here. You can use my homemade mayonnaise. And here you have a salad with a little bit of fresh egg. And it didn't take much. And here is your lunch. I'm telling you, it is so easy to make it. I found out that yogurt and a little bit of mustard. This is my homemade bread. It's on the healthier side. You would be surprised how good it is. I'm really picky about bread. I normally don't like these darker breads, but this one, I love this bread. It has some rye flour in here, and rye flour is really good for you. So like I said, some egg, a little lettuce, scallion. You can even add some celery. And I really enjoy this. The mayonnaise that I make is delicious too. I was trying to not even use mayonnaise here. I only used yogurt. And if you add that little bit of brown mustard, you won't even know there is no mayonnaise. I'm telling you. But here it is, our salad. I cannot wait for my own tomatoes, and I cannot wait for my grapes. This is the two things that I didn't pick in my garden. Everything else, it's my own lettuce, strawberries, scallions, and this salad is really, truly, oh, my radishes. That's right. I even added some radishes here, and this is my own cucumber in here too. There is so much flavor. I love to add some eggs. I love to add strawberries here. I love to add these grapes here, and the tomatoes. I don't know what you like in your salad, but the more varieties you have, the more you will enjoy it. And you can even hide broccoli in here if you cut it in the smaller pieces. And if you have that strawberry, if you have that grape, and you're not crazy about the broccoli, after a while you won't even care how big those pieces of broccolis are, because you will be used to that taste. And you will find out that eating healthier more often, you will feel better. I'm telling you, we cook quite dangerously, like I keep saying, but I love cooking all this healthy food. This is a flaxseed oil with some apple cider vinegar and lemon. This is a mustard, basil, and oregano. There is about a half a teaspoon of each. And when you mix those in, and this is actually my own fresh basil in here, and I'm telling you, it has so much more flavor than the store-bought. And when you add this to the mixture of the flaxseed oil, you can use olive oil. Flaxseed oil has tremendous health ingredients, and I use a lot of it in my dressings. And you see, you just mix them together. You can adjust how much oil you want and how acidy you want this. I use about 1/3 of oil to the lemon and apple cider vinegar. You can use both, you can use each. And when you put all this on that freshly picked vegetables and fruits, I'm telling you, you really, really have to be there to try it, to really know what it tastes like. If you can't, I still recommend for you to eat like this as often you can. You can use this as a side dish. I sometimes just have it as a dish if I add the egg to it, and it's quite filling. Like in this case, I had the tuna on the side and the salad, and oh my gosh, you have to eat healthy. Your food really should be your medicine. I know we indulge in all sorts of stuff because there is so much available, but I highly, highly encourage you to also include healthy things in your diet. And the younger you will get your kids to eat this way, the easier it will be, and they will truly enjoy it. So I know you will enjoy it. Thank you for watching then, and we'll see you next time. Enjoy your salad.